Hi, my name is Kantata Shinui, and I am presenting the research proposal and logic model for the CERT program, which is the Community Emergency Response Team. The major object of the CERT program is to have a community that is disaster prepared. Citizens are really the first responders and have the greater chance to save lives and provide support in the hours and days immediate after a disaster occurs. In most severe disasters, it takes first responders up to 3 days to get to a location due to failures, communication failures, or road blockage. Citizens will have to rely on their communities and others to help to prevent deaths and assist in injuries and provide their life-sustaining needs. Research has shown that although CERT programs have been made available nationwide since 1993, many states and communities do not have the programs until after disaster have happened. According to FEMA Citizen Corp, there are approximately 2,460 active CERT programs in the United States, and this figure is not enough. Rubin 2012 report that in the past 10 years, the United States had experienced three major to catastrophic disasters. One being the 9/11 terrorist attack, which caused the World Trade Center to collapse. In 2005, you had Hurricane Katrina, Rita, and Wilma. In April 2010, the BP Deepwater oil spill, and all of these disasters have benefited from community involvement and volunteers in some capacity. The Department of Homeland Security, FEMA, realized that emergency management takes the effort of the government and the citizens. Developing a CERT program can help take away some of the blame game when it comes to first response. Educated citizens to help themselves and each other during an emergency has a great impact on the community. This research aims to prove that development of a CERT program will have tremendous impact on the community before, during, and after a disaster occurs. The following research questions will be used to help guide the research. What evidence proves that developing a CERT program is beneficial to a community, state, or emergency management team? Currently, there are approximately 271 active CERT programs in California within the 58 counties. The sample size of this research will be analyzing CERT programs located in the metropolitan area and region of Southern California, also known as the Inland Empire. This covers Riverside County, which has 28 cities, San Bernardino County, which has 23 cities, and both of these counties are susceptible to earthquakes, wildfires, mudslides, floods due to heavy rains, keeping their emergency management team busy. There are currently 22 CERT programs within Riverside County and 23 active CERT programs within San Bernardino County. For this research, a combination of qualitative and quantitative research methods will be used. The research will have two components. The first component will consist of mailing surveys and questionnaires to the CERT programs in both counties and gathering data on the effectiveness of the program, the recruitment process, funding sources, and types of emergencies or disasters that they have responded to. The second component will consist of utilizing statistical data and information from various sources such as the FEMA City Corps website, which publishes a national CERT newsletter which give updated information on successive CERT programs across the United States. The Bureau of Statistics, which give information on the number of people that volunteer by categories and age and gender within the state. And without volunteers, the CERT program will not exist. San Bernardino County and Riverside County Fire Department annual report will provide stats on the number of CERT programs and their disaster response effort. Additionally, the annual budget report from the cities and the counties will be used to see how much monies are allocated to emergency management. The logic model that will be used to support the importance of the program include inputs, activities, output, short-term and long-term goals that will be necessary for CERT programs to be successful. The factors that will impact the success of the CERT program primarily of funding. Although there are grants and government fundings that can access at early stages, the CERT program is responsible for reaching out to the community to obtain additional funding sources and simultaneously work together to develop strong partnerships, lasting relationships with stakeholders in the community that will benefit from the program being there. The ultimate goal of the CERT program is for CERT members to be supportive emergency response agencies by taking a more active role in emergency preparation projects in the community. The project aims to educate citizens on disaster preparedness and hazards that may impact their areas and train them on how to survive and help each other in a disaster until emergency teams can come. The inputs for the logic model would be volunteers, teachers, FEMA grants, support from local leaders, training supplies. You need a site location. You need materials such as pagers, landlines, cell phones, two-way radios, and you need local business support. The activities and outputs that will be used will be accessing needs. This is the community, analyzing the community hazards, and the output for that would be CERT members having knowledge of the number of hazards that affect the community. The other one is developing goals and objectives. In order for a CERT program to be effective, they have to have goals and objectives. And each goal and objective is CERT program specific. The output for that would be the number of CERT classes given annually and the number of people that will be trained within a 5-year period. Identifying the resources. You gotta identify your resources, where the resources come from, either local government, fee for classes, grants, fundraising, donations, or establishing a CERT program as a nonprofit. The output that would from there would be the number of instructors needed for class, the number of citizens in the community that will complete the class, the number of supplies and equipment needed to maintain the CERT program, and the number of staff needed to maintain the CERT during non-emergencies. The other activity that goes with the output is developing a budget, knowing how much staff you need, how much supplies you need, and how much it costs for operation costs. The last output would be gaining support and recruitment, identifying stakeholders, conducting introductory meetings with local businesses to explain the benefits of the CERT program, and advertising either on newspapers, newsletters, or local radio station. The output for that would be the number of stakeholders, either citizens, business, government officials, the number of stakeholders that will provide their donation, the number of citizens that will be informed, and the number of avenues that the CERT program would be advertised. The short-term outcome would be to increase the community service knowledge of disaster and hazards that can affect their area, the development of a community that can help each other when a disaster incidents occur, improvement in the communication with citizens in the community, and emergency management team. The long-term outcome and ultimate goal of the CERT program is to have a community that is disaster prepared. Another long-term outcome is to decrease the number of injured or death that can be caused by the disaster, taking some of the pressure from the local emergency management team, and with this, they'll know that their community is prepared for the disaster even if they're not able to get to them. Also, maintaining a solid partnership with the sponsors and stakeholders to ensure that the CERT program is maintained successfully. The CERT program, it really works in my opinion. All communities need to be aware of the disasters that are in their community and the hazards that in the community. And all families need to be able to sustain themselves during a major emergency and not depend on local emergency management to come help them, because most of the time it will take time for emergency management team to come and bail out citizens. Once again, the CERT program brings the community together and helps the community be disaster prepared. Thank you for listening.